Good Friday in 1964 fell on March 27th, the day an earthquake in Alaska triggered a tsunami in Port Alberni, an event that 60 years later is still etched in the memory of Gio Monrefe, who was just a boy when it hit.
So my father got a phone call saying that there would likely be an event on the waterfront because my father owned the Lady Rose. At 10 o'clock in the evening, he said, "We've got to go down to the ship." And of course, the ship was the Lady Rose. The first thing we saw was a 52 Chevrolet with a fellow with his eyeballs like this going against us. And he said, "There's water coming." And we got as far as the railway tracks and we were seeing the water come up. And one of the most profound things my father said was, "From now on, nothing is normal." And he was quite right. The dock was a conventional old wooden jetty, and it had lifted up with the rapidly rising water, but the water had actually descended, so we climbed up about 3 feet and got onto the jetty. And when we got there, the Lady Rose had broken loose. She's usually turned stern to the inlet, and the Lady Rose had broken loose and was swinging on one rope. So we got on board by going down the rope and got onto the ship, and Dad went down and actually started the engine for me. And then he said to me, he says, "Make sure you can get out of this thing upside down," and went back up into the wheelhouse, rang me slow ahead, and we went out into the inlet and we circled around. And that's when the second rise came, and as that rise came, we were able to come alongside the jetty, which gave us a chance to, other people came on board at that time. So during the course of the night, the water would be rising up and coming down, and it was swirling around like a big bathtub. And we would go out in close to Home Island and come back in when the water was the appropriate height, and we'd go alongside the jetty and try and salvage all the cargo off the Lady Rose dock. And I think the rest is history. It was a long time cleaning up for everybody.
Nothing was normal. Gio's dad was right. And this year, 60 years later, the Maritime Heritage Society is marking the anniversary with a special event.
It's one of the biggest events in Port Alberni, and it's just a perfect anniversary for us to have an event. And the Maritime Historical Society is opening the gallery at 7 o'clock on the evening of the event anniversary, March 27th. And what we're doing is we're welcoming people that have similar experiences or want to hear them to come down and listen to the stories. There will be an opportunity to win a door prize or two, and we've got some very generous donations, so we hope to draw a crowd. Every once in a while I'll meet somebody that I didn't realize had gone through far more of an experience with the tsunami than I did. So there will be people that will come and tell their stories just like I told mine.